Hello, my dear fishing friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a truly exciting day. Saturday, September 28th, 2025. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be quite special for us anglers in New Zealand. We're on the cusp of some fantastic spring action, and I've got all the insider info you need to make your next trip a huge success. Stick around, because I'm going to reveal why this particular Saturday could be one of your best fishing days of the year, especially if you target the right species with the right tactics. We've got warming waters, active fish, and a moon phase that many say is a real game changer. Now let's talk about our prime targets for this super Saturday. Based on current conditions and what we know about spring in New Zealand, I've got three fantastic species in mind: rainbow and brown trout, the mighty kingfish, and the ever-popular snapper. First up, our beloved rainbow and brown trout. Friends, this is prime time for trout in the lakes. Most rivers are still closed, but the lakes are wide open, and the trout have been putting on condition after spawning. They're hungry and actively feeding. Where to find them? Focus on lake edges, especially where submerged weed beds or drop-offs offer both cover and food. The warming water temperatures, currently averaging around 15 degrees Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit in the North Island's coastal areas and slightly cooler inland, are bringing insects and small bait fish closer to the surface. Look for eddies and current lines near stream mouths where fresh water might be entering. On what to catch them? For lake trout, I'd recommend a good quality spinning rod with light to medium action. Try small spoons or soft plastic lures in natural baitfish colors. If you're into fly fishing, nymphs and small streamers will be your best friends. Think about patterns mimicking smelt or small bullies. My little trick here: try a slow retrieve with an occasional twitch. That often triggers a strike from these post-spawning hungry fish. Next, the incredible kingfish. These hard-fighting beasts are making their presence felt as baitfish schools move closer to shore. Spring brings an influx of pilchards, and where there's bait, there are kingfish. Where to find them? Look for them around rocky headlands, offshore reefs, and any areas where baitfish are schooling. If you see birds working or dolphins feeding, that's your cue. On what to catch them? Heavy-duty spinning gear or a robust jigging setup is a must. Live baits like kahawai or mackerel are absolutely deadly if you can get them. Otherwise, large stick baits, poppers, or jigs in 40 to 80 gram sizes in pilchard or mackerel patterns will do the job. Remember, spring kingfish can be in peak condition before spawning, so make sure your tackle is up to the challenge. Be prepared for a short but intense bite window. And finally, the fantastic snapper. Spring heralds their return to more accessible waters, making them a great target for both boat and land-based anglers. Where to find them? For surf casting enthusiasts, target sandy beaches near rocky outcrops, estuaries, and harbor entrances. From a boat, look for patchy ground, reefs, and areas with shellfish beds. The slightly warmer water encourages them to move into shallower feeding grounds. On what to catch them? A medium-heavy surf casting rod or a sensitive boat rod is ideal. For bait, fresh pilchards, squid, or mackerel fillets are excellent. If you prefer lures, soft plastics in a grub or jerk shad style, fished slowly along the bottom, can be incredibly effective. Small micro jigs can also tempt a hungry snapper. Now let's look at the bigger picture and break down the conditions for Saturday, September 28th, 2025. The weather. We're looking at a mainly fine day across much of New Zealand, with temperatures reaching a pleasant 20 degrees Celsius or 66 degrees Fahrenheit at noon in some areas. It will start cooler in the morning at around 16 degrees Celsius or 62 degrees Fahrenheit, warming up nicely as the day progresses. The evening will see temperatures settle around 15 to 16 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We can expect northwesterly winds developing before dawn, potentially gusty in the afternoon, particularly in the North Island. Rainfall is minimal, with only a 0.04-inch chance, meaning it's highly unlikely to dampen our spirits. Atmospheric pressure tends to be more stable on fine days, which generally bodes well for fishing. This mild, stable weather after potentially cooler days means fish will be more comfortable and active. Water temperature. As we've discussed, September sees New Zealand waters gradually warming after winter. Coastal sea temperatures are around 15 degrees Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit in the North Island, and lake temperatures are also on an upward trend. This increase in temperature is a crucial factor. It stimulates fish metabolism, making them more active and increasing their feeding drive. It also brings baitfish and insect life into play, creating a richer food source closer to the surface and in shallower areas. While still on the cooler side, the warming trend is a strong positive. Moon phase. For Saturday, September 28, 2025, we are in a waxing crescent moon phase. The moon will be about 35 to 36% illuminated and around 6 to 7 days old. In the fishing world, the waxing crescent phase is often considered a good time to fish. Many believe that as the moon gains light, fish activity increases, especially leading up to the first quarter and full moon. The lunar sign for the day is Sagittarius. While not as strong as a full moon or new moon, the growing light can certainly contribute to increased feeding windows, particularly during twilight hours. Overall fish activity. Considering all these factors, the general fish activity for New Zealand on September 28, 2025 is looking good. It's spring, meaning fish are shaking off their winter sluggishness, recovering from spawning, and actively feeding to regain condition. Trout in lakes will be highly active. Coastal species like kingfish and snapper will be responding to the influx of bait and warming waters. We can expect most active species to be feeding well, while some others might still be a bit more capricious due to the transition period of early spring. My clear assessment for Saturday, September 28, 2025, is good with excellent potential. The combination of mainly fine, warming weather, stable pressure, increasing water temperatures, and a favorable waxing crescent moon phase points towards active feeding. The northwesterly winds might require some adaptation to fishing spots, but overall, the conditions are ripe for success. So there you have it, friends, my full forecast for this promising Saturday. I genuinely hope this helps you plan an epic fishing adventure. Remember, patience is key, and every day on the water is a good day. So pack your gear, check your lines, and get out there. I wish you all tight lines and ni chvosta ni cheshwi. That's no tail, no scales for my international friends. If you enjoyed this forecast, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for this weekend? What's your go-to spring lure or bait in New Zealand? I love hearing your stories and tips. Tight lines, everyone.